Hello again, in this video I will be guiding you Chapter 2.6 Price Elasticity of Demand. This is the syllabus that we will cover today, and now let's look at the meaning of price elasticity of demand first. Price elasticity of demand measures how responsive quantity demanded is when the price of a product changes. We calculate price elasticity of demand by dividing the percentage change in quantity demanded by the percentage change in price. If the answer is greater than 1, demand is price elastic. This means quantity demanded changed more than the price change. If the answer is less than 1, demand is price inelastic. This means quantity demanded changed less than the price change. If price elastic demand equals 1, demand is unitary elastic. In this case, the percentage change in quantity demanded is exactly the same as the percentage change in price. Perfectly inelastic demand has a price elasticity of demand of 0 because quantity demanded doesn't change at all when price changes. Perfectly elastic demand has a price elasticity of demand equal to infinity because even a very small price change causes demand to change completely. Price elastic demand happens when quantity demanded changes by a greater percentage than the change in price. Consumers are very sensitive to price changes because they can easily switch to other products. For example, if the price of designer shoes increases, many consumers may decide to buy another cheaper brand instead. The same can happen with luxury hotels, expensive gaming laptops, or premium smartphones because these products usually have many alternatives available in the market. This diagram shows price elastic demand. Notice that the demand curve is relatively flat. A relatively flat demand curve means consumers are highly responsive to price changes. In the diagram, price falls from P to P1. For example, imagine the price of a premium gaming laptop falls from $1,500 to $1,200. Because the product becomes cheaper, quantity demanded increases significantly from Q to Q1. For instance, sales may increase from 100 laptops to 180 laptops per month. This is a large increase in quantity demanded compared to the fall in price. Since quantity demanded changes more than the price change, demand is price elastic. This usually happens because consumers can easily switch between different laptop brands and alternatives. Price inelastic demand happens when quantity demanded changes by a smaller percentage than the change in price. Consumers are less responsive because these products are necessities or products people need regularly. For example, even if fuel prices increase, most people still need petrol or diesel for transportation. Medicine and electricity are also price inelastic because consumers continue buying them even when prices rise. Since consumers still purchase these products, demand doesn't change very much after price change. This diagram shows price inelastic demand. The demand curve is relatively steep, which means consumers are less responsive to price changes. In this diagram, price increases from P to P1. For example, imagine the price of petrol increases from $2 to $2.5 per liter. Because petrol is a necessity, quantity demanded only decreases slightly from Q to Q1. For example, weekly demand may fall from 5,000 liters to only 4,800 liters. This is only a small decrease in quantity demanded compared to the change in price. Since quantity demanded changes less than the price change, demand is price inelastic. Consumers still need petrol for transportation, so they continue buying it even when prices change. Unitary elastic demand happens when the percentage change in quantity demanded is exactly equal to the percentage change in price. In this situation, total revenue remains unchanged. In the diagram, price falls from P to P1, and quantity demanded increases from Q to Q1 by the same percentage amount. For example, imagine a coffee shop reduces the price of coffee from $5 to $4.50, which is a 10% decrease in price. As a result, quantity demanded increases from 100 cups to 110 cups, which is also a 10% increase. Because both percentage changes are equal, price elasticity of demand equals 1. This means demand is unitary elastic and total revenue stays the same overall. Perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly elastic demand means consumers are extremely sensitive to price changes. Even a very small increase in price causes quantity demanded to fall to zero. For example, imagine two shops selling exactly the same bottled water at the same location. If one shop increases its price by even a very small amount, consumers will immediately buy from the cheaper shop instead. This happens because the products are identical and consumers can easily switch to other sellers. If one shop increases its price by even a very small amount, consumers will immediately buy from the cheaper shop instead. This happens because the products are identical and consumers can easily switch to another seller. This diagram shows perfectly elastic demand. The horizontal demand curve means consumers are only willing to buy the product at one exact price. In this diagram, the price stays at P. If the seller increases the price even slightly above P, quantity demanded immediately falls from Q to 0. For example, imagine apples are sold in a highly competitive market for exactly $2 per kilogram. If one seller increases the price to $2.10, consumers will simply buy apples from another seller charging the lower price. This means even a tiny increase in price causes demand to disappear completely, which is why demand is perfectly elastic. Perfectly inelastic demand means quantity demanded doesn't change at all, even when price changes. Consumers must continue buying the product because it is essential. For example, patients needing emergency surgery or life-saving injections cannot delay treatment because of higher prices. They still need the product or service regardless of the cost. Because quantity demanded stays the same, price elasticity of demand is equal to 0. This diagram shows perfectly inelastic demand. The vertical demand curve means quantity demanded remains fixed even when price changes. In the diagram, price may increase from P to P1, but quantity demanded stays constant at Q. Consumers continue buying exactly the same quantity regardless of the higher price. For example, imagine a hospital needs emergency injections for patients. Even if the price rises from $50 to $100 per injection, the hospital still needs the same number of injections to treat patients. Since quantity demanded doesn't change at all when price changes, demand is perfectly inelastic and price elasticity of demand equals 0. Now we will look at the main factors that influence whether demand is elastic or inelastic. The availability of substitutes is one of the main determinants of price elasticity of demand. If consumers can easily switch to another product, demand becomes more elastic. For example, Samsung and Xiaomi smartphones are close substitutes. If Samsung increases its price too much, many consumers may switch to Xiaomi phones instead. Because consumers have alternatives available, quantity demanded changes significantly when prices change. Products that take a large proportion of income usually have elastic demand because consumers pay close attention to their prices. For example, consumers carefully compare prices when buying cars or laptops because these products are expensive. Even a small price difference may influence their decision. However, for cheap products such as chewing gum or pencils, consumers usually do not react strongly to price changes. Necessity or luxury. Necessities usually have price inelastic demand because consumers need them for daily life. Luxury products usually have elastic demand because consumers can live without them. For example, rice is a necessity, so people continue buying it even if prices increase slightly. However, designer watches are luxury goods, so consumers may stop buying them if prices become too expensive. This means luxury products are usually more sensitive to price changes. Addictive products usually have price inelastic demand because consumers continue purchasing them even after price increases. For example, smokers may continue buying cigarettes even when governments increase taxes on tobacco products. Some consumers also continue buying energy drinks regularly despite rising prices. Because addicted consumers find it difficult to stop purchasing these products, demand remains relatively inelastic. Complementary goods are products that are used together. A price change in one product can affect demand for the related product as well. For example, printers and printer ink are complementary goods. If printer prices increase significantly, fewer consumers may buy printers, which will also reduce demand for printer ink. This relationship can influence the elasticity of demand for these products. The time period under consideration affects price elasticity of demand because consumers need time to adjust their behavior and find alternatives. In the short run, demand is usually more inelastic because consumers may not have enough time to change their habits. For example, if bus ticket prices suddenly increase today, many people may still continue using public transport because they need to travel to work or school immediately. However, in the long run, demand becomes more elastic because consumers have more time to find alternatives. Some people may buy cars, motorcycles, bicycles, or move closer to work. This means consumers become more responsive to price changes over time. Now let's look at the relationship between price elasticity of demand and total revenue. Total revenue is the total amount of money a business receives from selling its products. We calculate total revenue by multiplying price by quantity sold. For example, if a company sells 300 headphones at $200 each, the business will earn total revenue of $60,000. If price changes, quantity demanded may also change. Depending on whether demand is elastic or inelastic, total revenue may increase or decrease. This is why firms need to understand price elasticity of demand before changing prices. Now let's look at another example. Originally, the business sold 120 gaming laptops at $1,000 each. To calculate total revenue, we'll multiply price by quantity sold, which gives us $120,000. The business then reduced the price to $900. Because demand is elastic, quantity demanded increased significantly from 120 units to 160 units. The new total revenue becomes $144,000. This means revenue increased by $24,000 after the price decrease. Next, we calculate price elasticity of demand. Quantity demanded increased by 40 units. We divide 40 by the original quantity of 120 and multiply by 100, giving us a 33.3% change in quantity demanded. The price decreased by $100. We divide 100 by the original price of $1,000 and multiply by 100, giving us a 10% change in price. Finally, we divide 33.3% by 10%, which gives us a price elasticity of demand of 3.33. Since the answer is greater than 1, demand is price elastic. Elastic goods and revenue. For elastic products, lowering prices may increase total revenue because consumers are highly responsive to price changes. When businesses reduce prices, quantity demanded often increases by a larger percentage amount. This large increase in sales can increase the firm's total revenue overall. For example, technology products such as gaming laptops, smartphones, and premium headphones often experience large increases in sales after price reductions, because consumers respond strongly to lower prices. However, if firms increase prices for elastic products, quantity demand may fall sharply and revenue may decrease. In the example, a company originally sold 10,000 bottles of medicine at $4 each. The total revenue was $40,000. The business increased the price to $5, but because demand is inelastic, quantity demanded only fell slightly, from 10,000 units to 9,500 units. The new total revenue becomes $47,500, meaning revenue increased by $7,500. Now let's calculate price elasticity of demand. Quantity demanded fell by 500 units. We divide 500 by the original quantity of 10,000 and multiply by 100, giving us a 5% change in quantity demanded. The price increased by $1. We divide 1 by the original price of $4 and multiply by 100, giving us a 25% change in price. Finally, we divide 5% by 25%, which gives us a price elasticity of demand of 0.2. Since the answer is less than 1, demand is price inelastic. Inelastic goods and revenue. For inelastic products, increasing price often increases total revenue because consumers continue purchasing the product despite higher prices. Quantity demand falls only slightly, so the higher price usually increases the firm's overall revenue. For example, consumers still need products such as medicine, electricity, and fuel in daily life. Even when prices rise, demand usually remains relatively stable. This is why firms selling inelastic products may sometimes increase prices to raise total revenue. Now let's look at why price elasticity of demand is important in real life and how it helps consumers, businesses, workers, and governments make decisions. For elastic products, consumers usually benefit from lower prices and more choices because businesses compete strongly with each other. For example, smartphone companies often reduce prices, improve camera quality, and add new features because consumers can easily switch to another brand. However, for inelastic products, consumers may face higher prices because there are fewer substitutes available. For example, patients needing important medicine may still need to purchase it even when prices rise. This means consumers have more power in markets with elastic demand than in markets with inelastic demand. Businesses use price elasticity of demand to help make pricing decisions. For elastic products, firms are usually careful about increasing prices because consumers can easily switch to competitors. For example, if a clothing brand increases prices too much, many consumers may simply buy from another fashion company instead. However, firms selling inelastic products can raise prices more easily because consumers still need the product. Electricity companies, for example, may pass higher production costs or taxes onto consumers because demand remains relatively stable. This shows why understanding price elasticity of demand is very important for business decision making. Workers can also be affected by price elasticity of demand. In industries producing elastic products, jobs may be less secure because demand can fall quickly after price increases or economic problems. For example, luxury fashion stores may lose customers if consumers stop buying expensive products. However, workers in industries with inelastic demand often have more stable employment. For example, healthcare workers are usually needed regardless of price change because consumers continue demanding medical services. This means workers in industries with inelastic demand may experience greater job security. Governments use price elasticity of demand when making taxation and spending decisions. For products with elastic demand, governments may reduce taxes to encourage consumers spending and support economic activity. For products with inelastic demand, governments often increase taxes because consumers will continue buying the products despite higher prices. For example, governments place taxes on tobacco products and sugar drinks because demand is relatively inelastic. This allows governments to increase tax revenue while also reducing unhealthy consumption. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next video.